The Poly kit for MODO, Meshes and Vertex Maps. Poly lets you manipulate your meshes and vertex maps in unprecedented ways using two new mesh ops and a channel modifier. The new channel modifier, Array from Mesh, can be used to find out all about your mesh data. Simply plug your mesh into the channel modifier. It will output the vertex positions and the face information. The latter is an array of arrays of indices, each sub-array corresponding to a face. The vertex output lists all the vertex indices. This is more useful when you use a selection set. Then you will get just the indices of the selected vertices. Notice also that the only faces now listed are those that have all their vertices selected. Each of these outputs can be turned off using the checkboxes. This can improve the efficiency of the modifier when you are not interested in a particular output. The world coordinates option determines whether the position data is given in world or local coordinates. The second thing you can do with Array from Mesh is to examine vertex map data. Enter the name of the map and the map type to get new data arrays, map values, map polygons, and map vertices. To understand these, you need to know a bit more about how vertex maps work. The map values are the data values held at each vertex, and their type depends on the type of the map. For example, here, texture data is being stored in a vector 3, with the U and V coordinates being the first and second elements respectively. The map vertices array shows which vertex is associated with the data. And finally, the map polygon array shows which polygon is also associated with the map entry. There can be several map entries for each vertex, each associated with a different polygon. This is important, for example, for normal maps, where you typically need a different normal for each face adjacent to a vertex. If there is no associated polygon, the value in this array will be -1. All this interesting data is great, but what use is it? This is where the new mesh operations come in handy. Arrays to polygons will take two arrays, one of position data and one of polygonal data, just like the arrays produced by Array from Mesh. It will create new geometry from this data. Of course, if you just want to copy some geometry verbatim, you are much better off using the built-in Merge Meshes mesh op. However, if you want to manipulate the data in ways that are difficult to achieve otherwise, this might be your tool of choice. Arrays to VMAP performs a similar role, except that its job is to create a vertex map. This gives you a very flexible way to create new vertex maps. In this example, I have extracted the UV map from one mesh and used an array operator to randomly reposition the coordinates to create a UV map on the target mesh. The Poly kit for MODO is now available on Gumroad. See the link in the description.